Jailbreaking versus prompt injection. What's the difference? Imagine two attackers, both trying to breach the same AI system. The first spends 20 minutes in conversation with it. Patient, deliberate, playing a kind of mental chess match until the guardrails quietly collapse. The second never says a word to the AI at all. They hide a single line of text inside a 50-page PDF and wait. Both attacks succeed. Both force the AI to break its own rules. From the outside, they look almost identical. Under the hood, they are not the same threat at all. One is jailbreaking. The other is prompt injection. Security reports get this wrong. News articles get this wrong. Even engineers sometimes get this wrong, because the two get used interchangeably, as if they were the same idea wearing two different names. They are not. And confusing them is genuinely dangerous, because they exploit different vulnerabilities. They demand different defenses, and when they're combined, they become something worse than either one alone. Today, we settle this properly. First, a quick refresher for anyone who hasn't seen the last video. Prompt injection happens when an AI reads untrusted external data, an email, a website, a shared document, and mistakes instructions hidden inside that data for orders from its developer or from you. The attacker isn't persuading anyone. There's no argument being made. The AI simply can't tell the difference between data to read and commands to execute. Think of it like driving with GPS. Everything works fine until someone tampers with a physical road sign. The GPS reroutes you straight into a ditch. Not because the software broke, because it blindly trusted flawed information from the environment around it. And here's the part that should unsettle you a little. The user doesn't have to be malicious at all. They could just ask their assistant to summarize this email, never knowing the email was carrying something else entirely. Jailbreaking is a completely different game, and the difference comes down to one simple question. Who is actually doing the talking? Jailbreaking isn't about hiding code inside a document. It's a direct, face-to-face conversation with the model. No malicious PDF, no compromised website. Just language. Raw, human, persuasive language. The attacker leans on hypothetical scenarios, elaborate role play, a kind of slow, layered psychological pressure, all aimed at getting the model to override its own safety alignment, one step at a time. Notice what's not happening here. The attacker isn't exploiting a software bug. There's no flaw in the code to find. They're exploiting something closer to reasoning itself, the model's own linguistic judgment turned against it. That's why researchers describe jailbreaking as social engineering, just aimed at an algorithm instead of a person. Picture a high-security building. Prompt injection is slipping through the loading dock, hidden inside a fake delivery box, never once making eye contact with anyone. Jailbreaking is walking straight up to the front door, talking to the guard, and convincing him, politely, patiently, to just let you through. So let's put the two side by side, plainly. Start with where the attack actually originates. Prompt injection arrives indirectly, smuggled in through external data the AI was only ever asked to read. Jailbreaking arrives directly, typed straight into the active conversation by the person you're talking to. Then ask who the target really is. Prompt injection tricks the AI into betraying someone who may be entirely innocent, a user who did nothing more than ask for a summary. Jailbreaking is different. It's a deliberate, intentional attack, launched by the very person in the conversation against the system they're talking to. Then there's the actual weakness being exploited. Prompt injection is a failure of data isolation. The AI simply can't separate content from control. Jailbreaking is a failure of alignment, the model's susceptibility to being talked into something, no matter how carefully it was trained not to be. And that leads to the question that actually matters if you're the one securing the system. How do you stop each one? Here's where a lot of teams get burned. Fixing one does nothing to fix the other. Here's where it gets genuinely dangerous. These two attacks don't always stay in their own lane. Increasingly, they're combined. Picture a malicious document sitting out on the open web. The delivery mechanism is prompt injection. That part's straightforward. But the payload hidden inside it isn't a blunt command. It's a complex, multi-layered persuasion technique built the way a jailbreak prompt is built, designed specifically to talk its way past the model's safety checks. That's a hybrid attack. Injection gets it in the door. Jailbreaking does the talking once it's inside. And as AI moves from simple chatbots toward autonomous agents, systems that read your email, book your flights, reach into corporate databases, execute code on their own, the attack surface doesn't just grow, it expands exponentially. If you're building or securing AI applications, treating these as one problem creates a massive blind spot. Defending against prompt injection is fundamentally an infrastructure challenge. Strict data sanitization, tight privilege boundaries, isolating anything external from the systems that actually have control. Defending against jailbreaking is fundamentally a machine learning challenge. Reinforcement learning from human feedback, safety fine-tuning, automated red teaming, constant behavioral testing that never really stops. Put a stronger lock on the front door, and you still haven't stopped someone from deceiving the receptionist standing right behind it. Different attack vectors, different defenses. No shortcuts between them. Let's see how this actually plays out. In healthcare, an AI assistant synthesizes patient records. A single rogue document contains hidden text that quietly alters how diagnoses get flagged. That's prompt injection. In customer support, a user spends 30 minutes constructing obscure, almost philosophical prompts, patiently working a retail chatbot into approving a refund it never should have. That's jailbreaking. In cybersecurity itself, an AI agent helps analysts triage incoming threat intelligence. A malicious report arrives carrying embedded instructions that downgrade a critical alert to low priority, and no analyst ever sees it. That's prompt injection again. Same underlying technology, 3 completely different rooms, 3 completely different risks. At its core, prompt injection exploits how an AI handles data. Jailbreaking exploits how it interprets language. As AI works its way into healthcare, finance, defense, critical infrastructure, the systems we actually depend on, telling these two threats apart stops being academic pedantry. It becomes foundational engineering. The history of security has always been about understanding how attackers think. AI doesn't change that rule. It just hands attackers a brand new interface to work with. If this breakdown was useful, subscribe to the Sifr Matrix for more deep dives into AI safety, system exploitation, and the technology quietly reshaping both. And tell me in the comments, what should we break down next? AI agents, the model context protocol, or how red teams actually breach LLMs for a living? Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next Matrix.